There's 8 weeks till my last frost date, and I haven't even opened my seeds yet. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lady Mensa. I am a small space gardener. Can you guys believe that we are only 8 weeks out from the last frost date? Well, my last frost date. I can't believe it. It's crazy. We've had snow on the ground, and I haven't really been thinking about sowing these seeds, but it's time to get started. I've already pre-opened these, so it wasn't going to be a big hassle on camera. So let's see all the things that I've gotten from Black Friday sales and all the little sales that happen at the end of the year. So I have gotten seeds from MI Gardener, Epic Gardening, Renee's Garden, and Botanical Interests. Inside these bags though, I do have some of my Walmart, Home Depot, and Lowe's buys, the little Ferry-Morse and the Back to Roots and the Burpee Organics. Yes, those are the tried and trues. We know that. Normally, first time gardeners, that's where we're at. That's where we're getting our seeds from. And shout out to going back to our roots. But once you're in the game, you start going to the online shopping and then you get a little spoiled. But I always pick up seeds when I can at my local big box stores. So don't sleep. Last year, MI Gardener was probably the #1 seed company I bought my seeds from. This year, I want to say it was Botanical Interest, but we're going to see. From MI Gardener, let's see. All right. So first we have Tiny Tim tomatoes. I've never had these. I'm excited to try them, especially in the green stock. Small space gardening. I definitely need to do some small space crops. I have giant noble spinach. This is just a re-up. I have some already, but I wanted to make sure I had some in case I ran out. This is new. Hyssop or hyssop. I got it. It's in the Bible, y'all. I got it because it's in the Bible and it says that it's good for cleansing. So it's an herb and I'm excited to grow it. It's good for detoxing. That's what it says in the Bible. Apparently, when Jesus was dying on the cross, this is what they gave him, or they gave him some liquid to drink on a branch of a hyssop, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody tell me in the comments below. I know it's in the Bible though. So we had to get that. I have Danvers 126 carrots. Me and carrots don't do the best. I'm trying to get there. I think I have an issue with spacing, and because of that, I got some for that. Napa cabbage. I've never grown Napa. I'm excited to try Napa. I want to make some kimchi and other gut healthy things that I think will be really cool. I got mammoth basil. I'm excited to try this because the basil leaves be so small. So why not try a big basil leaf in my small garden, right? It gives me a bigger bang for my buck on space. So that's what I like to do. If I'm going to grow something in my garden, it needs to be worth it. The time, the space, all of it. So if I'm going to grow basil, I want to grow big basil. You know what I'm saying? Long Island Brussels sprouts. This is my first year growing this. I'm excited. I'm going to do one in the green stock and one in a grow bag. Giant winter spinach. I haven't had this spinach. I heard about it last year, but it was sold out on their website. Apparently, it does really well in the winter, and it's giant. And small space, I like to get a good bang for my buck. And that's also the same with this giant noble spinach. It's very cold hardy and also has big leaves. Teddy dill. I tried teddy dill because it says it's small. And again, it says teddy dill is a compact, bushy variety known for its fine, feathery foliage and exceptional flavor. Perfect for container gardening or small spaces. Produces abundant aromatic leaves, ideal for seasoning soups, blase, 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 blah. So these are smaller. I wanted to try a smaller dill, and I do love dill. Oh, I had it last year in my garden, and there wasn't enough. And they were large, so I want to try the large ones and the small ones this year to see which one is my favorite. So, golden Detroit beets. I've never had this, but I do want to try it. I normally have grown the red beets in the past, and who is it? Kevin from Epic Garden and also Jock, they're always talking about the golden ones and how they taste better. So I just wanted to try it. And finally, I have a nasturtium. This one is called Black Velvet. It looks super pretty. I can't wait to see how this looks against all my green stocks. I tend to design and figure out which one looks better and with what color. But I do think that this will look great against the stone and my terracotta. And I got some goodies that y'all don't know about, but I think it's gonna look cute too. You guys will see later on. So that's our MI Gardener seed haul. Put that on the side. Put that on the side. Put that on the side. Oops, my bad, girl. I think the store-bought ones I'm gonna hold to the side because, oh, I'm lying. I have some more because it seems like they got mixed up. And then I also got a Black Swan Poppy from MI Gardener. This is a re-up. I had this last year in my garden. It didn't flower, so I'm trying again. But also, the day I sowed the seeds, I direct seeded it in my green stocks, and it was dark. And I think I ended up dumping the full pack by accident because it was so dark I couldn't see. And yeah, so that's on me. We're gonna try it again this year, though. So that is that. Let's go over to Renee's because the rest of them are pretty much botanical interests slash epic gardening. So let's see what I got from Renee. What did Renee give me? I got peas from Renee, and I used those the other day. They're called Little Cruncher, and I think I don't have them in here, but those were also a re-up. I used those in 2023, 2024, 2025. Oh, so I'm 4 years in with the Little Cruncher peas. I don't know how I feel about them, although I keep buying them. So let's see. What did Renee get me? Renee's Garden. I've got a Thumbelina mix of heirloom zinnias. I do grow zinnias in my green stock, but I think they're just too huge. They take over, and I don't know. So I wanted to try a smaller version, and I heard that the Thumbelina is really good because they stay small. So they're only going to be about 12 to 16 inches, and that's right up my alley. So let's see how we do this year growing small flowers in my green stock. The next one is knee-high cosmos. I have the same thing. I love cosmos. I grow them in my green stock and they look beautiful. Actually, this past summer, the cosmos did not work out for us. So I almost wasn't going to grow it, but I found these and I was like, let me see, let me try these. They only go up to about 2.5 to 3 feet, which will be significantly smaller than a normal cosmo. So fingers crossed. And then I got Mini Love watermelons. These are personal size watermelons. I'm super excited to try these. Last year I grew sugar baby watermelons in the one in the green stock and one in a 5 gallon grow bag. The green stock didn't do so well. It took a really long time for it to even start producing the watermelon. And by the time the watermelon was like this big, the frost came in and took it out. As opposed to the one I grew in the grow bag that grew and I got a full watermelon. And again, they were planted at the same time, but it just did way better in the grow bag than it did in the green stock. So, with that said, I wanted to try a smaller watermelon, which is this one, to see how it does, if this is going to be my new watermelon seed. Also, I did do the research where the sugar baby watermelon only gives you about 2 to 3 watermelon per plant, I think it says. Whereas this one said that it could give me about 6 or more. So I rather have a plant that works way better and is way more productive in my small space garden. And finally, so last year I bought a whole bunch of heat tolerant lettuces because I wanted to see. I love to eat salads and I wanted to eat them through the hottest part of the summer. So those lettuces that I got last year, they did not work out. So I am on a mission to still be able to grow lettuce in the heat of the summer. So with that said, I got this from Renee's garden. It's called the Summer Lettuce Bouquet. And apparently, these three lettuce are very heat tolerant. So there's Radinia, Nevada, and Cardinal. That's what it's called. It's a European reds and greens mix. So it says beautiful heat tolerant lettuce bouquets chosen for taste, texture, and garden performance. So let's see how we do. Okay, we gonna see. We gonna see. There's another thing that I'm thinking I'm gonna do. I think I'm going to start the seeds indoor under grow lights, and then when they get 2 inches or so, I'm gonna then put them outside because the problem was the germination was where it was really hard. I was direct sowing seeds and they were not germinating, and if they did germinate, they bolted quick. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna grow them into little babies and then put them outside in under shade and see how we do this summer. It has to work. It has to work. So that's my Renee seed haul, and also the peas. I'll input some type of footage because I just used them 2 weeks ago. All right, that's Renee's. So then the rest is all Epic Garden slash Botanical Interest, which they're pretty much the same company. So we got a seed starting guide. I never look at that. I never use it. Oh, and then we got the 10% off code. So I like to keep these expires for 126. So these expire in April. I like to keep these coupons, all the coupons I get from my seeds, I like to keep them in my seed box, my storage boxes. So, because obviously that's where the seeds live, that's where my coupons live. So, it makes it easier to find the coupons when it's time to buy seeds. So, I'll put this to the soil. What else we got here? That's the packing label. That goes there. There's another 10%. I did a couple of orders from them, so there's repetitive things. That's what I'm saying. They won this year of who I bought the most seeds from. Super excited, super excited, super excited, super excited. Let's do it. Just gather everything. And then I have more here too, but we'll open that one separate. So first things first. For Botanical Interest, I got Sun Gold tomatoes. Everybody says it's the best tomato. They're so good. So I want to try them. They're cherry tomatoes. They're supposed to be super sweet, and I'm excited to try it. It takes about 57 days from transplanting. That's good. So now I have a basil lettuce leaf, another large leaf lettuce, because I already told you I want to bang for my buck. And also, if the lettuce doesn't make it, the basil will, and they'll be as big as lettuce leaves. And hello, why wouldn't I want that, right? It's a good substitute. So we're gonna try this lettuce leaf basil. Have you guys had that? Let me know. Eucalyptus, baby blue, eucalyptus. So I already tried to sow these seeds and they did germinate, but they also died. And it's supposed to be 10 to 12 weeks before last frost sown indoors. So I'm at week 8. I'm a little late, but I'm going to re-sow. I'm going to heavily reseed to make sure I got backups. Another one that I opened because I wanted these for my spring garden is a red boar kale. Yes, I'm excited to try this. Apparently, this is super cold hardy. They stand the test of time in cold, cold, cold weather. I think they said this was #1 for cold weather kale. So we have to try this. Too bad I didn't have these out there this year when we were in the minus feels like 17 life and actually 0, right? This one is from Epic Garden, but it's the same company pretty much. And this is white Russian kale. Again, this is another super cold hardy kale. So we're testing it. I never grew this one. I have like 12 varieties of kale, guys. I eat a lot of kale. And I'm testing it out to see my favorite ones. But unfortunately, they're all my favorite. And I keep adding more. So let's see. I wanted to try this so bad because so many people talk about it, but watermelon radish, I'm super excited. They look beautiful. This says mantanghang. I don't know, am I saying it right or wrong? But either way, it's watermelon radish. I think there's different kind of watermelon radishes, and this one is the mantanghang. This I'm super excited about because I've wanted it since I first started gardening back in 2023 on Greenstock site. They had this in their Greenstock planter, and I was like, those are so pretty, and I wanted it, and I finally got them. It's called coleus. They're plants. They can be house plants too, so that's pretty cool. I may grow a few inside and outside, but this is a rainbow blend. I don't know what's gonna come up. There's a particular one that I like. I think it's this one, the dark red one that has a green outline. I really want one of these, the one that I want, but I'm excited to try the whole pack. And then I have Sweet Alyssum, Tiny Tim version though, which is part of Green Love. I think so. Green Love, Tara. I think it's Green Love, Tara over at Green Love. I think that's her page. But she had a bundle with Greenstock and she was talking about how she grows alyssum all the time, but they take over. So she picked a Tiny Tim version and I was like, let me try that because they do look overwhelming in her Greenstock, the regular one. But I think a smaller version would look really good in my Greenstock. Then I have Jimmy Nardello's. I'm super excited to try this too. Tara also always talks about this being her favorite pepper, so I had to try it. So shout out to Tara. Chinese broccoli. I wanted to try this. These are mainly grown for the stem and not so much for the crown. So I wanted to try it. I want to see how it does. I think it's more heat tolerant than regular broccoli. And also my daughter likes broccoli stems over the crowns. So it's like a 2-for-1 special. Get your children to eat more vegetables, okay? Let them request which ones they want. Okay. Whatever you want, I got it. I got it. And here's another one from Green Love, aka Tara. She also spoke about getting wild arugula. And I was like, wild arugula? It's perennial. It comes back every single year. You plant it once and it keeps coming back. And I'm like, how smart is that? I didn't even know they had this. So this is Wild Rocket. It's called Rocky. And if you guys see my garden or my garden tours, I plant arugula everywhere. So if I could have an arugula that just comes back all the time, like an endless arugula plant, why not? Like, for sure, count me in. So I'm excited for this. And then, as usual, they give you their thank you mescaline blend, which I love. And can I say shout out to them because this is a part of the seeds that I try to plant in July, and some of them sprouted and some of them didn't. All right, if I did a whole pack, maybe if 5 of them came up. But can I tell you that those 5 plants that came up in the summer between July and September are still alive on my balcony right now? I mean, yeah, they're still alive. I just put them out on the balcony handles. They are still alive. So whichever ones, those 3 of them, they are bionic because they are still alive. And I'm excited to see what happens when it actually warms up, if they're gonna live or die. But the old seeds will probably end up waking up and making me some new lettuce. So that's that. And then let me see what we got in here. This is the newest one. It just came. What we got? Ooh, we got another thank you pack. I'm excited. I love their mescaline blend. It's so I love when the seed companies send you seeds. Oh, I'm sorry. MI Gardner didn't send me a free pack of seeds, but they did send an envelope that you can put your own seeds in. So you can put your variety, the date, blah, blah, blah. So they send you one of those. But Botanical Interests, they never miss. They always give you a thank you mescaline blend, and I love that. I love that. I love it, love it, love it. I think at my gardener, sometimes they give you a mescaline thank you, and sometimes they don't. I haven't gotten a mescaline thank you since I want to say, I feel like they didn't give me any in 2025. I think the thank you one that I got was from me buying seeds at the end of 2024 into 2025 because from 2025 they started sending the envelopes because I got bare root strawberries from them and they sent me an envelope. They haven't been sending. I think 2025 was not a free seed packet year for them. Not mad at it, I'm just saying. Back to Botanical Interest. And my gardener is dope though. They do have $2 seeds. You can't beat that. They're $2. You spend $20, it's free shipping. Anytime I want to test out seeds or try seeds or anything like that, like don't know about it, I'm gonna go to MI Gardner. Botanical Interest has specialty stuff like ooh. That's where I go. Their seeds are about $4, but who's mad at it? Sometimes a little more, $5. I think exactly. First things up, I got quick snack cucumbers. These are container cucumbers. They're parthenocarpic, meaning that they don't need to be fertilized. They don't need the male and the female part. They already come ready to go. They can be grown in containers, and there's only 10 in here and they were $5.49. But again, a specialty cucumber, so I'm not mad at it. I cannot wait to try it. And also, once you grow it and you get a cucumber, you can save one and have all those seeds. All right, and now I have a shallot. I'm so excited. I've never done shallots before. And this is a zebra shallot. I'm excited to try that. And then I got a pansy pack, which is called Swiss Giant Blend. They look really pretty. I'm excited to see which one comes up. And then I got a kohlrabi purple Vienna. Never grew kohlrabi, but I'm excited to try. I have a top bunch collard 2.0. I'm excited to try these because of the grow pattern and how my green stocks are set up. It seems like they grow up more, and I think that would be good for my green stock. I currently grow Georgia Southern and Vates, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm still on the hunt for my favorite collard, I think. That's what's happening. I got the space spinach, which I got this from Cassandra's bundle, who is becoming a farm girl. She recommended space spinach, and shout out to her because she's the reason why I even have a green stock. So shout out to you, Cassandra. I'm so excited. Thanks for always sharing everything with us. We appreciate you, girl. So yes, that is my botanical interest seed haul, aka Epic Garden. That's what we got from them. And let's finish it out with the things that I got from the big box stores, which is Walmart, Lowe's, and Home Depot. And I don't remember who I got from where, but they all sell the same kind of seeds. So I got the super sweet 100s from Ferry-Morse. Apparently these are also super sweet and really good. So I wanted to try that. And then this is another kale that says it works best in cold weather, and it's called Siberian kale. So we got 3 kales that I'm hoping get me through next winter. Let's see. Keep watch. Then I have something called Cress Upland. I never heard of this, but it looked interesting. It looks like arugula, and I wanted to try it. So it hasn't been doing well. I tried to germinate it a couple weeks ago, and the germination rate is not it. So I don't know. I also have chives, garlic chives. Excited about these because last year they didn't germinate for me. Not sure why, but this year I had another packet and they did germinate. So I'm excited about that. This is sweet Spanish Utah onions. These are very large onions, but they are storage onions. So they're going to be able to store. I have some already. This is for next fall. We'll see. Or if I need some more, I need to do them now. It's kind of late. I'll probably save them for next fall. Then I bought rosemary. I had a pack, but it finished, so I needed to get a new one. And I did. So we'll do that. And then I got this gourmet blend of radishes. I'm excited to try them. There's a few in here that I don't know. One called Black Spanish Round. Apparently is really good. I want to try that. I already have Cherry Belle. I've never heard of China Rose. I think I've had Scarlet. I've had French Breakfast. I never had Long Scarlet, Minnow Wasp, and Sparkler. I've had White Hailstone, White Icicle. I think I don't like that one. So there's just a few here. I can't wait to try them so I can see which ones I like, and then I can buy the larger pack of each one. And last but not least, I got seed tape, guys, for carrot. Have you ever heard of seed tape? So apparently it's like seeds, but they're sprinkled on a piece of tape and they are spaced out perfectly. And all you do is bury it and then things just sprout. So you don't have to worry about spacing or anything like that. So remember I told you guys I'd be having trouble with my spacing and the size of my carrots. And I was with my daughter at the store and we saw this and she goes, "Is that for carrots? That's going to help with the size of them not being so small?" Yeah, girl, you need that one. So I took her advice and I got this. And I'm hoping this changes my life when it comes to carrots because, Lord, how do you guys do with your carrots? Are you getting good carrots? Are you getting these little dainty little carrots? Not even baby carrots half the time. So that is a struggle and I'm really hoping this seed tape helps me. So that's it. That's all I have to share with you guys. What is in your seed haul for 2026? Where do you buy your seeds from? Have you started your seeds? And how many weeks away from the last frost are you? Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe because we what? We grow together. Now I gotta put all these seeds away inside my little seed box, which I need to organize and get the planting, girl. Get the planting. You made it.
Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. See you in the next episode.